Hey everyone, SalmonPink here. I've got something a little different for you all today. Nothing like my usual overproduced content, but just something that I hope you'll lend me an ear for. I wanted to talk a little bit about the channel and some other things surrounding it. No fancy or cringe-inducing edits here, but just some gameplay and a bit of chatting today. Gonna be a little bit more freeform too. I'm gonna keep all these little blunders in and see how it goes. But, you know, I've been really enjoying revisiting Persona 3 on the Switch, so you'll get to see that in the background while I'm rambling. I'm going to try and keep this going in a logical order, but please forgive me if I get a little sidetracked. I tend to do that with things I enjoy, but you might already know that. So if you're prepared, let's get right into it. Oh, and just one heads up, this might get a little real, so prepare yourselves. So, first on our agenda, what's happening with this channel? I know the longest running joke on here is that there's a bit of an upload infrequency, and today I'm gonna reconcile that. I still want to make videos for it. They might not have any rhyme or reason to their release though. Like I've mentioned many times in the past, I have quite a lot of scripts that never really got around to seeing the light of day, or even just a bunch of unfinished piles of ideas. Every once in a while, I'll look back and get new inspirations to complete them, but I just end up shelving them after a couple days. Sometimes I get really motivated to complete a project, and other times I just get burnt out just trying to finish them. So to round that off, going forward until further notice, the only video that I'll have for a scheduled release this year is the Golden Salmons, my top games of 2023. Second, I wanted to talk about what's been happening with me. I work full-time at the moment, and for a while I felt like making these videos was like a second job, but one that I wasn't really getting a lot out of. I lost a lot of the enjoyment I got out of the creation process a little while back. When I was making that monster of a movie that was my top games of 2021. I got depressed as hell. I still am. I've been getting better though. I would go to work for about 8.5 hours and then come home and edit for probably another 10. I'd like go to sleep at around 3 a.m, wake up at around 5 or 6, and then work on them a little bit more before going back to work. Even on my days off, I would spend upwards of 14 to 15 hours, like just working on it, taking maybe a break to eat a little bit or use the bathroom. I would often shut myself away from the world and ignore my friends and just hope that I could just finish the video, get it out, and just get everything done. That was a huge mistake. After all I accomplished was leading myself to I was just leading myself to a bit of a burnout faster. And isolating myself from my friends and the people I love is like a huge mistake. I definitely needed support from them when I was just isolating them, and it's a tough thing to look back on, especially when I have so much pride for what I did with that video. All that is to say that I've really been reeling back from making videos because I wanted to spend more time with these people that I love so much, and all my friends, and playing the games I enjoy, and building the model kits I love posting about, and all that sort of stuff. That's what I've been doing for like the first 2 months of this year. Just playing a lot of Fire Emblem and Persona, and not really worrying about these self-imposed deadlines. It's probably a good time to bring up the status of episode 2 of the Daily Grind. It's actually all done and recorded. I've never got around to editing it. Heck, I even have the 3rd episode scripted out a bit and almost ready to record, but I somehow doubt that that'll ever happen. Kind of ironic that it's the grind that was the very thing that was burning me out to begin with. But what's a SalmonPink video without a little sarcastic humor, right? That being said, it's going to be a toss-up as to what will happen with the series. Part of me just wants to finish the second episode, put it out, and then call it there. Maybe revisit it someday, but realistically, I don't think that'll be the thing that happens. And to that, I also want to say a big apology to all of my friends and people who actually recommended some games to play. I did end up looking into a lot of them and made a lot of notes on what I would do and say, and had little gimmicks for each of them planned, but I might have been a little bit over my head with that one. And finally, it comes to the question of what now? Well, going forward, I'm not going to be pressuring myself to release something just because I feel like I should to keep the channel active or whatever. I make a lot of these videos for my own enjoyment, and they shouldn't be something that causes me to spiral into an unhealthy physical or emotional state. That being said, I also want to keep making videos. I still do enjoy it, and I love seeing a project come together. Heck, there's a part of me that still is really proud of that video I released in 2021, and just seeing a whole project from start to finish in one giant release. And eventually I kind of want to do that with some games that I really love. Like just a massive video essay. I still have a lot of work done on that Monster Hunter Tri one, but I also really want to do one for Super Metroid and Pokemon Emerald. And I'm even talking like Tim Rogers style, like just go into the absolute mouth of madness and make a giant, overproduced, overextended video of just like my love for these games that have like shaped me. Hell, I've already talked so many people's ears off about them. What's just making a video on that at that point? The only caveat for that is that I'm gonna let it happen when I'm in a bit of a better place, both emotionally and, well, literally. I've been planning a bit of a move, a pretty big one, for a while now, and I think having a new space to live in will make the world of difference for my well-being. But that's a topic for a different video. That, and I'd also like to do some other videos that aren't just necessarily like video games. I've been thinking for a long time to do some like deck techs on some of my favorite Magic decks that I've been playing. I did hint at this in a video a little while back, but I think what I'll do is just open up the camera and then just pull out the deck, hit record, talk a little bit about it, my history with the deck and the cards. Like, is this like a competitive deck? Is it not? Like, what I love about it? Is it fun to play? Like, would I recommend building it? Any sorts of stuff like that. Magic is another thing I could talk about for hours. And if you know me, you know I already probably have talked to you about it for hours. Anyways, that's about it for now. I've still got lots of fun stuff planned for the Golden Salmons, and don't worry, I will not be pressuring myself to getting it out on time if it needs to be. I may have preemptively set a deadline for it, but I would rather it come out right than rushed. I hope that through all my ramblings, I managed to communicate some of the many inner chaotic thoughts that swim rent-free in this fish's head, and that you might have a better understanding of them. I'm not sure when it'll be, but I will be back. The Terminator said it like a dozen times and ended up becoming the governor of California, so who knows what waits in store for me. Anyways, take care, my friends. Thank you for lending your ears to me today. And more than usual, I really, really just want to say, have yourselves a damn good one.